fellow space troopers! Thank you for watching another episode of From Stardust, in which I'll take you guys on the journey to showcase how I made each look I served on the runway of Drag Race Holland. Last week we talked about how I created the promo look, and this week I'll take you guys on a journey with me to talk about the entrance on the show. Vroom vroom, bitches! The fun part about entering Drag Race is that you get to do a look without any given theme. This gives you the opportunity to really profile your drag exactly the way you like it. As someone who has gone from a female personator to a gender-bending drag artist over the years, I really took Drag Race, a show in which the feminine aspects plays an important role, to really discover new layers within my art. Entering the race is the first impression you give off, so I really wanted to make it count and give a sneak peek of what you could expect from me throughout the season. I took everything I did so far and funneled it through that workroom door. Contrary to my promo look, I really wanted this look to be an earthly manifestation. I asked myself the question, what do I really need in order to walk through that workroom door feeling confident, empowered, and ready to go? Really an outfit that would give me the force and guidance to start the competition off with. That immediately gave me the answer I was looking for. What I needed was an outfit that is based on the core of my drag, which is set in a dreamy dystopian night in an abandoned city. Working on a budget means you have to get creative. I really wanted and needed to reuse elements of looks that I've done before in the past, and I immediately gravitated towards doing a feminine version of the motor suits that I love to wear. A look that is powerful, edgy, and comes straight off the runway. I decided to go with a motor skirt because I really love adding absurd elements into my looks that you would normally not encounter in that context. The character I aim to portray here is known for being an independent bad bitch who takes herself from A to B on her vehicle. And besides all, the name of the show, of course, is a nod to car racing, which is something I thought was never done before and I thought would be a cute element to add into it. Gentlemen, let's get into the process of how I made this look. Starting off with the helmet. I really wanted to challenge myself here to discover new materials, one of them being EVA foam. I then got tools such as a cutting mat, a box cutter, a heat gun, engraving tools, and contact glue, and followed a couple amazing tutorials to get started. Now, I really want this series to be a look into how I go about the entire concept and process, rather than creating a step-by-step tutorial. This is why I'm only giving you a brief insights. If you'd like to know more about how to work with these materials, check the links I put in the description. Also, let me know if you'd like me to do tutorials on this in the future. The most important thing to realize when you're working with new materials is that it's not going to be flawless the first time. It really takes trial and error. But the more research you do, the bigger the chance of you nailing it from the get-go. So, fun fact, I already started creating the helmet before I even knew I was on Drag Race. And it actually started off as a mouthpiece. Then I got so enthusiastic that I completely lost myself in the process and I just kept on building on what I was doing. I patterned out my head using kitchen foil and duct tape, then cut up all the pieces and started laying them out on the foam. Once I had the base down, I started adding pieces to build it into the shape I wanted. I didn't really have a fit form in mind when I started. Instead, I really wanted to go with the flow of creation and see what would work at each moment. And there we have it, a super cool self-created helmet.
Vroom vroom, bitches. Ik ben heel verbaasd over haar look.
Oh wait. The motorsuit was a very exciting one, since I would be deconstructing my favorite suit and sacrifice it for something that would hopefully be even cooler. Since sewing isn't really my forte, I asked my friend Aron van Groos to create the lining for the new silhouettes. He then started scattering up the suit into many different pieces. And at this point I was really like, what have we done? But I knew that I could trust his expertise on this. He laid out the pieces and started puzzling the suit back together into a new form. We went for the highest amount of contrast, so we really used the hems of the suit to create contours and highlights on the new outfit. When the outfit was all finished, we decided to style it off using mesh gloves and tights to really balance out the strength of the look with softness and a touch of glamour. Finally, I decided to go with a wet look wig underneath the helmet, because she's been driving around for hours, feeling all hot and sweaty, and choosing blue for obvious reasons. Like Ru once said, you have been preparing for this moment your entire life. Well, Walking into that workroom, I was functioning on adrenaline and adrenaline alone. But at the end of the day, I was extremely happy that my entrance went according to my fantasy.
Chelsea Boy is mijn panzer, mijn steun en toeverlaat. Vroom vroom, bitches. Ik ben heel verbaasd over haar look. Echt een motor cheeky. Heerlijk.
Then we went for a dive in that god-awful pool.
Het is de watertank challenge.
You wear it well, lipstick, painted on. You wear it well, blue sure suits you.
Obviously, that photo didn't come out so great, so here are some photos that did fit my fantasy.
Gentlemen, start your engines and may the best woman win.
Thank you so much for watching again. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and follow me on other social media in order to stay up to date on From Stardust and all my other content. I also really want to take this moment to thank all the people that have been subscribing already. My account is just a baby and she's growing, and it's really cute to see all of you following in already. And I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And for now, Chelsea Boy out.